Hello everyone, welcome to your next theater lesson. Today's lesson is going to be called Theater is Storytelling. And so today we are going to be learning about how theater is a form of storytelling and what the different ways are that we tell stories in theater. And so what I'm going to do, just like in my videos, I'm going to walk you through how to get to your classwork and then how to do the assignment that is posted on Google Classroom. And so without further ado, let's get started. You're going to want to begin by logging on to your Google Classroom. And so, of course, when you're accessing your work, you can always click on the Helpful Links Classroom or go immediately to classwork. You'll click on this week's assignment. And today we will be getting to the Theater is Storytelling lesson. And that is going to bring you to our Google form. And so as we have with every single assignment that you have done so far, you're going to enter your Southwest ISD school email. You're going to indicate what class period you're in. I'm going to go with 5th period today since I am using their Google Classroom to show you guys how to do this. And then you're going to enter your name. Once you click next, you will be taken to the warm-up screen. So for our warm-up today, we're going to be doing a quick draw. And so what you guys are going to do is you can use a piece of paper if you have paper at home, or you can click on the link here. And what that is going to do is it's going to take you to a paint tool. And so you can choose whatever color you want by clicking on the different colors. And the color that you choose will be reflected right here. So what we're going to draw today is, let's go with the first one. Let's draw a flower. And so what I want you to do at home right now, on your piece of paper or on your paint tool window, you're going to draw me a flower. And I'm going to draw mine on screen for you as well. And so, oh no, that's not the color I want. The undo button is right up here in this right-hand corner. Let me get to a more yellowy color. Okay. So when I'm drawing a flower, I always begin with the little center part that's like pollen, and I always make it yellow. I don't know why. Not all flowers have a yellow center, but I always make mine that way ever since I was a little kid. I'm not sure why. And so now I'm going to go and draw in my petals. You're going to laugh at me. You're probably at home laughing at me because my flower looks so silly, but Miss Raina is not an artist. I never said that I was good at drawing. But as you can see, I'm just trying to do my best. Painting on screen is definitely not the same as drawing on a piece of paper. And so it looks so silly. Just do your best. And so I'm gonna go again, you know what? We're gonna be extra, extra today. And I'm gonna put 3 layers of petals all the way around for you guys to see. Oh my goodness. I'm laughing at myself because looks like I don't know how to draw. Okay, and then I'm going to do some little leaves. And I'm going to draw the grass. And here's, oh, actually I'm going to add a little bit more color into these leaves. Yes. All right, and so now I have drawn my flower. And so what I want you to do is take a good look at my flower and now take a good look at what you drew at home. If you need a little bit more time to draw, go ahead and pause the video. But now you are going to answer your question. How was your drawing similar to mine? Or how is it different? You're going to compare my drawing to yours. How is it similar? Or how is it different? You only have to give me maybe 1 or 2 sentences. Let me let you look at my flower for a little bit longer. You only have to give me like 1 or 2 sentences. This is just a warm up. I don't expect a full, essay. So go ahead and write your sentences. Tell me what you think. You can pause again. You can pause the video if you need to write your sentences. And then come back when you're ready. And so once you type something in here, you're going to go ahead and hit next. And so I can't see the flower that you're doing at home, but I can imagine probably that your flower didn't look the exact same as mine, right? It might have been a different color. Maybe you drew your petals a different way. Maybe you drew a completely different flower than mine. Maybe you made the grass and the leaves a darker color, right? A lot of differences, But at the end of the day, you and me, we both drew a flower. And so that's kind of the idea with theater as well, is that there are so many different ways that you can tell a story and that you can tell the same story. And none of them are like better or worse than the other. Theater is a place where you can completely tell your story in your own way. And so that is what we are going to be looking at today. What are the different ways that we use theater to tell stories? So if you look on your screen, this is important to remember. Theater is a collaborative form of storytelling that combines acting and production elements. So the acting is going to be the people on stage. The production elements are going to be like the lights, the sound, the costumes, all the extra things that go with telling a story. Now, what are the things that make a good story? So a good story, think about a book that you've read that you've liked or a movie, and think for a second about what made it interesting to you. What made you want to keep watching? Was it the characters? Were they interesting and different? Was it who was telling the story? Was it the things that happened in the story, right? And so I'm going to use the example of Harry Potter, right? So the plot is all about Harry Potter going to wizarding school, right? The characters, Harry Potter and his friends. And then your point of view is who is telling the story. So Harry Potter is told from Harry's point of view. And so theater is very similar to English and to books in that way, is that in a theater story, you're looking for the same things. You're looking for plot, which is what happens in the story. You're looking for characters, who is the story about, and you're looking for the point of view, who is telling the story to you. And so what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be watching a couple of videos to help us look at plot, characters, and point of view. And so the first video is called The Wizard of Oz. Oz like A-A-H-H-H, like ah, not like Oz, like the story. Or maybe it will be like Oz, we'll see. And so what I want you to do is right now, go ahead and pause this video, and you're gonna click play on the Wizard of Oz video here. And while you're watching, what I want you to think about is, how do we know what is happening in the story? Okay? And so when you are done, you can click play again and we'll get to the answer. Okay? All right, hopefully, hopefully you watched that, you did pause and you watched that video. And so how do we know what is happening in the story? So The Wizard of Oz tells the story of Dorothy, Toto, and all of her friends going through the land of Oz. but this video tells it 100% through pop music. And so how do we know? The music tells us, right? Even though it's not telling us the exact story, you can kind of understand what's happening by the lyrics of the songs. In the visuals and the costumes, right? I think for those of you that have seen the original Wizard of Oz movie, you notice the girl who is playing Dorothy is wearing the exact same blue dress, right? They're acting out, even though they're singing, they're acting out all of the things that happened in the Wizard of Oz, right? Like, what's the big thing that happens at the beginning? The tornado, right? What else are they acting out in that video? The witch, right? The witch is a character that's there. The scarecrow, the lion, they're using all of these same elements, just with different music. And so you know what's happening in the story by the song lyrics, and then also by the visuals that you see on screen. They're repeating all of the same plot, all of the same actions. So go ahead and write your answer. The next video that we are going to watch, I'm sorry guys, is called, it's from a play that is called The Complete Works of Shakespeare Abridged. Shakespeare is a very famous playwright, and so what you are going to be watching today is a little bit of that play. And so Shakespeare is a very, very old theater artist, and you are going to see in the video how they take this story and make it kind of new. So again, you're gonna pause this video, go play the other one, and then come back so we can talk about it. All right, hopefully you did that. So how do we know that the actors are playing different characters? What are some of the things that they did so that we know that they're playing a different character? So some of those things you might think about are like costumes, right? If they were playing a different character, did they change anything clothing-wise? Their voice might be another way that you do that, right? If it's a man, notice it's both two men playing these characters, and some of the characters in the play are female. So how do they show that? How do they show that with their voice, with their clothing? If you need to go back and review the video, go ahead, and then go ahead and put your answer in the box below. All right. And so our last video that we're going to watch today is going to be about Hamilton, an American musical. This video is a little bit long, so if you start from the beginning, you only need to watch until about 3 minutes and 2 seconds in. That's where you can pause. And so go ahead, watch that video, and come back. And so the place where you paused at 3 minutes and 2 seconds, that's going to give you a picture of the final set design for Hamilton. And so I want to hear from you, what does it make you think of? A set, which is all the stuff around the actors, the backgrounds, the furniture on stage, all the different things that they use to show the play. What does it add to the story? When you see that image, what does it make you think of? What does it remind you of? What story do you think they're trying to tell? And so this is purely an opinion question, so go ahead and fill in your answer. I will tell you, Hamilton is a historical story. So it is about one of our founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton. And so it's going back to when we were just beginning to become a country. So think about that, and think about how the way the set design looks shows you that. What do you think? And then for our last question today is going to be your exit ticket. What part of good storytelling do you want to learn more about? Do you want to learn more about acting and performing, which would be characters? Do you want to learn more about plot? So that's like the actual, what happens in the story, reading plays, writing plays, learning more about stories themselves? Do you want to learn about point of view? So point of view is what helps to set the scene. It's what helps to show the audience, besides the acting, with the light, sound, costume, how do we want our audience to see the performance? And so, do you want to learn a little bit more about point of view? Or if you're interested in everything, you can go ahead and click all. Once you are done, you're going to click submit. And once you click submit, you are done with today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed those videos. I hope that you found this video helpful. And again, I always want to remind you guys, please, please, please feel free, if you need help, to reach out to me on Remind, on Google Classroom in the comments, or to my email, which is greina@swisd.net. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed your theater lesson today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.